All right, welcome to the open, guys. We know the workout. We know it's a lot of wall balls. We know it is a lot of box jumps, and it's just gonna be hard. Here's the good news. It's 12 minutes, 12-minute time cap. I suspect nobody in the gym is going to finish this workout, okay? So if you looked at that workout and you're like, oh my gosh, there's no way I can finish that. Neither am I. I'm not going to finish it. So just think of it as a 12-minute AMRAP. 20 wall balls, 18 box jumps, 30 wall balls, 18 box jumps, 40 wall balls, 18 box step-ups with the ball, 66 wall balls, and then back down. 18 box step-ups with the ball, 40 wall balls, 18 box jumps, 30 wall balls, 18 box jumps, 20 wall balls. Finish. Plan on breaking your sets up early. Know yourself. This is why we do these things on a regular basis. For some of you, maybe the first time that you're realizing, oh, CrossFit is like a global thing. If you watch the live announcement and you've never done that before, good for you. We're all in this together. It's a global community, and this is what unites us today. So when you're thinking about breaking up your wall balls, can you consistently, even when you're tired, do sets of 10? Okay, if you can, then you probably want to start with those. If the wall ball weight you usually use is 10 or 14 pounds, and you're deciding to go up in weight just because you're able to do it, then maybe plan on breaking your sets up even smaller, 5, 6 reps, and then putting the ball down, even for just a few seconds, can be a really good break, okay? If you're doing scaled division, I highly recommend don't do box jumps at all. Just step up and over the box every time. We'll cover the standards a little bit more details, but I really wanted to make this video for the judges. Thank you to everybody who has taken the judges course on CrossFit.com and putting yourself out there to volunteer and counting people's reps and holding them to the standard, all right? I just wanted to go over how I like to do it. Standards for this workout are gonna be pretty straightforward. We have an 8-foot, a 9-foot, and a 10-foot line. The ball needs to make contact with the wall above the line. So if I'm doing a 9-foot wall ball, I need to be throwing right to my fingertip, just above the line. If the ball hits the line or hits below the line, those would be no reps. And how we would do no reps as a judge. So I'm gonna put the camera where the athlete-ish would be. I like to be right beside my athlete, and I like to be down on my knee so that I can look up, visibly look up, and see from a good angle if the ball is hitting the right target. And when I watch them catch, I'm right here so that I can see if their hip crease is getting below parallel. So let's say they hit it, they're going for their wall balls, 3, 2, 1, go. Good rep. So I'll say one, I like to say it out loud. So I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, no rep. 4, 5, 6, no rep, no rep, and then they put the ball down, okay? They're gonna know. Athletes, you are just as responsible for your reps. I mean, you're more responsible for your reps than the judges. Try to make it very obviously, the standard, okay? You're hitting above the line, you're squatting below parallel, okay? If you're not squatting below parallel, that it would be a no rep. Say the same thing. So instead of when I'm looking up and they're missing the target, I'll just be looking at their squat. And as soon as they go to squat, be like, no rep. And I might say something like squat lower, no rep. Okay, I might give them 1 or 2 warnings, but that's at very most. Honestly, right out of the beginning, just no reps are okay, okay? Because they need to know right away. So that's kind of how my stance is for that. If it feels a little bit crowded over here, because we've got little areas for people to do their wall balls, you're gonna stand right behind the athlete, and they're gonna be listening to you the whole time. All right. And then when they come out for their box jumps, most likely I'm gonna be standing like right here with my clipboard, and I'm gonna count out loud. Box jump over. As soon as they got 2 feet on the box, and then they get 2 feet on the ground. When they get 2 feet on the ground, that's what I'm gonna say. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If they jump off the box, that'd be a no rep. So make them do it again. No rep. Step down from the box. 5. So forth. Okay. So I would say these two movements are pretty easy to judge. And the athlete should know just as much as you do that it was a no rep. Okay, it's pretty obvious, unless they forget something. And then finally, I'm just going to talk about how I want you to fill out the the score sheet. So when you're filling out the score sheet, this needs to be done in full, okay? So I'm gonna put my athlete's name here, Chris Gregory. That's their signature. Then they're gonna do judge name. I am Chris Gregory, so I'm just gonna put that. But put your name there, put your athlete's name there, and you can usually use sign off on it when the workout's over, all right? This bottom portion is for the athlete to take with them. This is important, especially if you registered on .com, so that you have something with you so you don't forget what your score was, and you can always reference that. Not only that, but if this is something you do every year, some people like to collect these, and they're just kind of like little souvenirs from when you did your open workout. So fill it out in full. Chris Gregory, judge's signature, sign off on that. Workout location, we can put CFWDM. And the date is, I don't even know what the date is. 26th? 27th. So 2/27, 26. All right. Now, as far as, I like to get that all done before my athlete even starts their workout. I like to get any information I can get it done so you don't have to do it in the very last moment. All you need for them to do is just do a quick signature and you'll be done. So as I'm going through the workout, I'm watching them do it. Got 20 wall ball shots. Okay, I'm counting out loud. I don't need to tally these. There's certain workouts where you may want to use like a tallying method, like when they're doing heavy singles or something. But for this workout, I write down wherever they're at in their set. If somebody's doing 10 reps at a time, and I'm sitting there counting for them, I'd say 10, and then they drop the ball. Every break they take, I write their number down, 10. All right, they pick up the ball, they do another set of 10, and put 20. Okay, done. On to box jump overs. They do 6 reps, and then they take a break. I'm going to write down a 6. And then they continue. I say 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then they take another break. All right, they're at 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Done. And then when they finish that, let's say they finish their 18th rep at 1:48. I need to write their tiebreaker time. This isn't probably super critical in the very beginning, but as it gets later in the workout, wherever they end up, it will matter because they're going to need to submit a tiebreak time, and that in case somebody ties, let's say they both get 210 reps, but whoever had the faster tiebreak time, that would be who scored higher for that workout. All right, so do that. Make sure you log those, whatever is most fitting for you. Some people will just count out loud, and then if they take a break at 10, they'll just say 10, and then as soon as they start counting, they'll go 11, 12. But if you tend to forget, like I do, because boredom, then just writing those down as notes would be helpful. All right, and then let's say they're wrapping up their workout. They just finished their 144th rep at the 10-minute and 40-second mark, and they're into their 66 wall balls, and let's say they get 20 reps. So I'm going to put plus 20. So 144 plus 20, their score is going to be 164. Right here, it says time or reps at 12 minutes, 164. This person completed it as RX, and their tie break time was 10 minutes and 40 seconds. That's all you need to do. Then you're just going to copy that information on the bottom. Reps or tie, it's 164 reps. Tie break time, 10:40. I sign off. I give this to my athlete while they're breathing extremely hard and trying to figure out what just happened to them. And they're going to sign off, probably just a quick scribble, which is totally fine. Sign off down here. And then, I do have a pair of scissors up here, but I like to leave them with a little bit of my DNA. So I fold it, lick it on the seam. What better way to do that? Fold it a couple times, and then there you go. Congratulations, you did great. And then this one is gonna stay at the gym. Okay, so when you're done with that, for you guys, all I need you to do is just kind of set it up there. I'll organize it. And that's all there is to it. This will be a lane assignment. I'm gonna try to get as many judges to be available through the majority of the night. So what we'll do is just have our lanes up here, heat times, so that we're all just kind of working on a schedule. We know who's going when, all that kind of stuff. I'll write up the scores, and that's pretty much it. So hopefully this is helpful. One last tip, especially if you have open anxiety, like you'd never done the open before, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't realize I was signing up for a competition. Don't think of it as a competition. It literally is the same thing we do 6 days a week when we have classes. You're coming in, we're keeping a score of what the workout is, and you're putting it in. All it is a test of your fitness of what it is today. You're not any fitter. You're only as fit as you are today. So come in, do your best, put your score on the board. That's it. It's not, you don't need to feel like you're competing, okay? Because usually when you look at the whiteboard at the end of the day and you're like, wow, Lonnie got 180 reps. I only got 140. You never look at it and be like, I absolutely cannot believe that she beat me. You can't. Usually we know who's where on the leaderboard and stuff. So just come in, and the goal after this whole open thing is over is that you have more awareness of where you're at with your skills, your strengths, your weaknesses, and for a year we can just hone in on those, and we can see how you improve. When we do little benchmark tests, it's like, sweet, you increase your deadlift, you got a faster time on this score. It's like those things are going to help you improve your fitness long term. So yes, it seems like a competition, but ultimately it's a health assessment, because the better you do at these types of things, the open every year, the healthier you are. We call that super wellness. Okay, there's sickness, wellness, fitness. Fitness is just super wellness. So the fitter you are, the healthier you are. Got it? All right. So don't worry. It's just an assessment, and it's gonna be great. So I covered some of the standards, judging, and how to process those judges' sheets, your score sheets. Other than that, don't forget to submit your workouts on CrossFit.com, because you will get points for those as well on your team. And if you want to take the judges course, even after today, you can still do that and get points for your team. All right, that's it. Have a great one, guys. See you tonight.